The fall of the leviathan, they say the ocean keeps secrets. But some secrets were never meant to surface. In the beginning, when the world was young and wild, fishermen spoke in hushed tones of something moving in the deepest trenches, something vast, something ancient, something that made the waters themselves recoil. The old prophets had warned, a day is coming when chaos will rise. They didn't know how soon that day would be. The depths of the sea concealed a terror beyond imagining. Its name was whispered with dread by those who knew the ancient texts, Leviathan. This was no ordinary beast. It was chaos given form, a living embodiment of all that resisted order and light. Deep beneath the waves, in trenches where no light had ever reached, the creature had been waiting, growing, seething with rage. Its scales were like shields of bronze, impenetrable and gleaming with an otherworldly darkness. Multiple heads rose from its serpentine body, each one crowned with eyes that burned with primordial fury. For eons it had remained hidden, coiled in the abyss. But the beast grew restless. The time of its rising was at hand, and when it came, the world would remember what true terror felt like. Then, the day of reckoning arrived. With a roar that split the very fabric of creation, the monster erupted from the ocean depths. Water cascaded from its massive form like waterfalls as it breached the surface. The seas boiled and churned exactly as the prophets had foretold. Waves tall as mountains crashed against distant shores. The sky itself seemed to tremble as the beast's cry echoed across the heavens, a challenge to the order of all things. Ships splintered like kindling. Coastal cities trembled. Every living thing that heard that terrible sound knew, in the deepest part of their being, that something catastrophic had been unleashed upon the world. The Leviathan had risen, and it defied everything, even its creator. The creature's multiple heads swayed like serpents, each one scanning the heavens with burning eyes. It roared again, this time with what almost sounded like triumph. The beast believed itself unstoppable. It believed itself beyond judgment. It was wrong. But then, in that moment of supreme chaos, everything changed. The darkness began to retreat. Not from the monster's power waning, but from something far greater approaching. A light appeared in the heavens, small at first, like a distant star, but it grew and grew, until it blazed with an intensity that made the sun itself seem dim by comparison, a radiance brighter than 1,000 suns, pure and absolute. It was God, the sovereign Almighty, descending from his throne. The warnings had spoken of chaos rising, but they had also promised something else, that no darkness could withstand the coming light. The sea beast writhed and roared its defiance, all its heads snapping toward this divine presence. But where the Leviathan brought chaos, God brought order. Where the monster spread fear, the Almighty radiated peace. The contrast was absolute, inevitable, final. What happened next was recorded in Psalm 74-14, a moment so significant it would echo through the ages. God raised his hand, a single, unhurried motion. No weapon, no struggle. Just the simple gesture of the one who spoke the universe into existence. And the Leviathan, that ancient terror, that beast of chaos that had seemed unstoppable, was crushed. Its multiple heads were broken in an instant. The creature that had defied heaven itself fell, defeated before it could even comprehend what had happened. The massive body crashed back into the sea with a sound like thunder, sending one final wave across the waters, then ... stillness. The boiling seas grew calm, their surface becoming smooth as glass. The trembling earth found peace, settling into quietness. The storm clouds parted and gentle sunlight broke through to touch the waters where moments before only chaos had reigned. The carcass of the Leviathan, once a symbol of unstoppable power, was given as food to the creatures of the wilderness. What had been mighty was made humble. What had risen in defiance was brought low. That day proved something forever. No power of darkness, no matter how ancient or terrible, can stand against the infinite light and authority of God. The Leviathan, in all its fearsome might, had bowed not by choice, but by the undeniable reality of who God is. The story spread across generations, a reminder carried through the centuries. Whenever chaos seems overwhelming, whenever darkness appears to be winning, whenever the monsters of our world seem too great to overcome, we remember the ocean's secret that surfaced only to fall. We remember, even the Leviathan fell before the simple motion of God's hand. For there is no one greater than God.